Okay, I would like to call the February 1st, 2024 Wall City Council meeting to order. Would you please read roll, Carolyn?
Welsh,
Here.
Morgan,
Here.
Stan Anderson.
Here.
Houston,
Here.
Williams,
Here.
Hawk, Mike Anderson.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Okay, let us stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Deputy Cardell, would you lead the cause?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any order of business for emergencies?
No,
Okay, do we have attendance on Zoom?
yes, Councilman Stan Anderson is on Zoom.
Okay. And we would like to welcome to the podium our deputies.
Happy to be here. Most important thing I'm here for today is to introduce Deputy Austin here. He is gonna be our 1 year, give or take, rotating position that comes out of Rapid. So you'll be seeing him around. We've kind of gotten him introduced with city in the past 2 days, so.
I'm sorry, your name again?
I'm Deputy Brian Austin.
Austin.
Do we have any questions for him?
How long have you been with the police force?
I've been with Benton County for about 7 years now.
Did you grow up in the area or?
I grew up in South, Rapid City my entire life, so I'm pretty familiar with the area.
Is this a volunteer station or was it?
Yep, it was volunteer, yep.
Well, we love that you want to be here. That's a good thing for us.
Not much on the monthly report, nothing too crazy. Made 2 arrests, one was a DUI, the other one was an assault. Are there any questions you guys have about our report that we've given you?
What category on this would, refer to any address, any calls at the Prairie Village? Is there a specific, is that a community activity or what would it fall under? Any ideas on that?
We do like walkthroughs of there, stop in and play puzzles with gals and stuff like that. So anytime we initiate, like when we go over there to just kind of do a walkthrough, how people do and chit chat with them or whatever, that would fall under community activity. But we don't necessarily have an area of here of like how many times we go there specifically. So it could be, I did a parking complaint there, so I think that should be in here as well. Trying to look.
Well, down at the bottom.
Yes.
Vehicle parking complaint maybe?
Yep,
Is that-
yep, so one
okay.
of those would have been one of the ones that I went over there and addressed earlier in the month, so.
Thank you for doing that too, by the
Yep,
way.
and it got fixed right away. so,
Yes,
Yeah.
you get results.
Yeah. I don't think so. Sometimes.
And was there enough room in the parking lot for that vehicle to be in there?
Yes, yep, and we had a meeting with them, I don't know, a week or 2 after I went and did that, and they explained to us that, per household or per person in a household, there can only be 1 car in the parking lot, so I did not know that they had rules to their parking lot, and, there's stickers that are supposed to be in the back of the vehicles for the vehicles that are supposed to be parked there and whatnot, so.
Yeah, that was nice to find that out too, the fees.
Yeah, cause
And you can tell like, okay,
they
take a
will-
picture of it so you know the number if you have a complaint, so
Mhm.
that was nice to figure out.
So with that sticker being on there though, is it their obligation then to make sure that the cars in the parking lot have the stickers, or who does that?
Pennington County Housing? Yeah, yep, so they basically hand out saying these, they said that only people who live there are allowed to park in the parking lot. And that's kind of how they regulate that is if they've got a sticker, they can be in the parking lot. If they don't have a sticker, they don't belong in the parking lot.
And if they're a visitor, the visitor parking actually is supposed to be out in the street.
There's 2 signs that say visitor parking
That's, yeah, after,
In the lot.
there is.
in the lot. Yeah, because we talked about that and I went over there and looked later and I'm like.
In the lot, not out on the street.
No.
In the lot,
So if you're be on the west side
yes,
towards TDM,
yeah.
yeah, I think there's 2 spots that say visitor parking.
Yeah, it's like farthest away kind of parking.
Well, we
Yeah.
probably need to bring them up to speed about that then, that they actually do have some visitor parking inside.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. Step away. Okay, any other questions? Now, you're around for a while yet, right?
Yeah, yep. I'll be coming and going. I do go back to Rapid and train, rookies and, seems like we just keep getting them. And so I kind of come and go because I have obligations I have to do back there. But yeah, I'm still here. I know people thought I was gone, but I like to keep you guys on your toes sometimes. So, yeah.
So, okay, well, welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be looking forward to seeing you more often.
Yep.
Unless Katie's speeding, then we'd prefer. We're all.
We'll have a sidebar.
Always pulling me over.
Some things are a guarantee.
Anyway, have a very safe night. If it's getting
Yeah.
foggy out there, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
We'll be careful.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that takes us to, item number 7. Does anyone have, conflict of interest to declare tonight?
I would just soon pass on any voting this evening,
Okay,
just because I was put to sleep this morning.
okay, because you had a surgical procedure, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for letting us know that. Then. Appreciate that. Okay, next item, the minutes of the January 23rd meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So,
It's been moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Kelly, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, I'll try to slow down, Stan. I didn't mean to run over the top of you. Okay, then we have, the City of Wall Claims, the Fire Department, and the, cemetery claims in front of you. And I would need a motion to approve these, if you've reviewed them.
Move to approve.
Okay, Kelly has moved,
second.
and Mike seconds. Any comments, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, okay? Then also included what is for your review, the on-call schedule of the employee overtime, sick, and vacation report, as well as the water usage, as well as the sales tax report, and the expense budget was included. We have any comments or questions on any of those items?
I just wanted to ask Garrett, any water breaks during that really cold spell to make it through that?
Oh, not like any water mains or service lines, but a few houses did. The Stratton building closed up, but it didn't break it though.
Sorry,
After it thawed out, yeah.
So that was at the Stratton building?
Yeah, not under the apartment, but on our shop side where it comes into
Okay,
but it needed to be plumbed anyway.
okay, so that's all good now. Okay, very good. All right. Do we have any visitors this evening that would like to address the council? Okay, seeing none. And do we have anyone here that would like to do public comments? They can discuss or express concerns, but they have a 3-minute limit. Anyone that would like to do that? Okay, that brings us to the chamber report.
Seems like we got here way too fast. Okay, your community center report for January and then what we have so far for February should be in there, and seems like it's been really busy. It's been a lot of stuff going on in there, so if anybody has any questions, you can sure ask me about any of that stuff. I know we've been kind of juggling people around between the meeting room and the hall. Partially due to my dad's scheduling, right, Garrett?
It happens.
Those wrestlers, man, they're on there so often that I forget to almost I just skim right over them, and then I was scheduling Garrett's, MSHA, was it the MSHA or OSHA training? And, oh, sure, and anyways, but we've been making it work, so it's been good.
Fantastic.
And then, for chamber stuff, we, just put our flyer out and we put it on Facebook and made an event. We're gonna have a, Bring On Spring Party, and I think, keep mixing it up between the 23rd and 24th. The 23rd of March, it's that Saturday. And we're gonna have, a cornhole tournament, and there's gonna be, a cash bar, we're gonna have food. A Broken Record is gonna play, maybe not totally after the tournament, but towards the end of the tournament, so. We're gonna do $500 added money, and then obviously the entry fees will go back, so it should pay out decent, and got some good help. Tyler Swift is helping me put it together, and Lex is, and I think I've, talked to Chad is around. He said that he would do some MCing for it, so I think it should be kind of a fun thing. And yeah, so that's, March 23rd, I think we're gonna start it, I think registration's is at 3 to 3:30, and then it will start at 4. And let's see, what else do we have going on? Our next board meeting is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And our next luncheon is gonna be the 13th of February, and we've been having them at the Salty Steer because it's a little bit quieter. And now that they're closed down, we decided to have it here on the 13th, and actually our quilters are quilting in here on that Tuesday, so we'll have it, in the hall. And we're gonna get some pizza, and, so the chamber will provide lunch, and so.
I saw the pizza in the bulletin. I thought, I wonder if we get pizza.
You get pizza. I think I'll probably run down to the Badlands, and I've actually never had Badlands pizza. I've heard it's good, so I think we're going for that.
Awesome.
Does anybody have any questions or anything? I think that's all I have.
And isn't there, ag appreciation coming up too soon?
16,
February 6th?
5:30.
yes.
Is that what time it is? Okay, well, I didn't know that was an invite only thing, so then I was announcing on the, putting it on the news and putting it out there, and then I was talking to the bank, and they said, actually, we send out invitations for that, so I thought I would stop helping them advertise.
That's how we kind of have an idea
How many states?
how many's coming.
Right. Well, I figure anybody who listens to that radio station is probably getting an invitation anyway.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome, thank
Katie.
you. I'm still not in mine.
Okay, is Kendall, I forgot to ask, is Kendall gonna be here tonight?
I thought so, but.
Okay, I know she did go to Webster and got back this morning or afternoon, so. Okay, that brings us to item 15, firework purchase. Can you
I
talk?
shared the flyer with you, that I had received and wondered about. So we've missed the other 2 deadlines of ordering early and getting extra product. But we can make the March 1st timeframe and get 10% extra product. And I believe in the past, we have spent like $9,000 for the product, and then we get $900 extra of product for that, so. I can't promise, I forgot to look that up, what we did spend the last time, but it's under 10,000, I know that we've spent on it, so. Don't know if you would want to approve purchasing by the March 1st timeframe to get 10% additional and go with the same amount of purchase that we have done in the past, and
It seems like a good amount. I think.
Yeah, it's a much appreciated event.
Yes.
Is there some way next year we could do the December one? So we could plan ahead to get the 15% off for.
Oh.
There's.
Oh,
if there was-
I thought you wanted fireworks in
I did
December.
too, and I'm like,
Yes,
really?
fireworks are
Last
awesome.
time we had fireworks in December, that
Give me
was
a
from
phone.
Yeah.
the
Right.
neighbors.
I see there's a deal that says there's a signing a 3-year contract is also add 5% additional. I mean,
The only thing, and I guess I'd have to reach out to him just to be sure. So are we locked in that we have to purchase that amount every year? Because there has been years we've carried product over. if
Right.
it's- And that would be
I
the
see.
only,
Which to me would be fine, it would just be a bigger, better one the next year.
yeah.
But that's
for
up to the
discussion.
fire department that's putting it on too, I guess, it wouldn't be.
I think we should go year to year, in case we have our backs against the wall or something. You know, I know we wouldn't be that tight, but you never know.
Right.
I never noticed they had that before.
So then
That's what
December
we-
would probably be a little too early to be making any decisions, or I was just curious.
I wouldn't think so. That, if we do it year to year, that wouldn't be a problem.
I just
The
didn't
amount
get
for that
it.
is low. Or you wanna do it?
Say again.
Would you have to have, like, if it's December 2024, you'd be paying. Has to be paid in full by then, would we have two? You know,
Two in 1 year.
2023 and 2024 in 1 year, just,
Right,
That's why I was worried what it'd do
Oh,
with budget.
good point.
Double, yeah.
yeah.
Good point.
How much did you say we spend? Carolyn, I did.
Around 9,000, something, 9,500. Under 10, I think, pretty sure.
You know, really, percentage wise, that March 1st is kind of hard to beat. Cause you go January 15th, 12.5,
Yeah, you get additional product of that.
yeah.
I would think we could shoot for the January 15th for, for next year, because that would put us in the 2025 budget, but.
Okay, would I have a motion then to what your wishes are?
I moved that we purchase the fireworks on March,
Option.
yeah, on the March option to get the extra 10%.
Okay, there's been a motion. Do I have a second?
Did you have anything, Karen?
No, I thought again, and so, no.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, so Kelly has moved and Mike has seconded to use option 3 and order about $9,000 worth of fireworks. Any other questions or concerns? All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that moves us to the finance officer report.
Well, last meeting, I had shared with you that the West River Electric Board had approved the Reed loan for the Fourth Avenue project for us. And I received this week an email that the Reed Board has also approved us. They give us that final. And she, shared a commitment letter, which I did put into the packet. So this commitment letter needs to be, signed and sent back by February 29th, I believe is what that date said. The thing about this Reed loan is they will pay it towards the end of the project. They want the other funds that were planned for this project to be used up first, and then they come in and finish up the project for us with that money. So wanted you to be aware of that. I did talk to, well, I visited with Stan either today or yesterday, I'm not sure, but, so I did make contact with the South Dakota DOT, who had given us the $600,000 grant to see what their process was for distributing those funds. And she explained that as I make payments, I will send them, email them the invoices And they will reimburse us that expense up to 80% on that invoice. And they'll continue to do that until we've received all of the 600,000. And she needed a couple of extra or additional documents that I have sent to her so far. So that's where we will be with that. We will have, I don't know how quick their turnaround time is, you know, once I send that to them, but email processes should be fairly quick, you know. to be able to
Absolutely.
Do that rather than,
That's very good news.
so. But I've also been working with the local bank as well to see maybe what their option might be. And you will see in that commitment agreement, I had indicated before that they kind of always said it was a 6% blend, but that commitment letter does say it will be a 5.7% interest. So. But if you have any other questions of reading that, you can reach out, and if I can't answer them, I'll definitely reach back out to them to find out any additional information. But we, are at the time frame of needing to let the contractor know for sure on this project. We had taken their option of the 60-day leeway, to kind of get our funding in place, and so this is where we're at. So we do kind of need to make a final decision
This meeting,
this meeting.
okay.
I would think we would want to, obviously, we need to do that. So I would make that motion that we notify the contractor that we thank them for their extra time to make up our mind, but we are ready to proceed as of today.
Okay. We have a motion,
Second,
and Rick has seconded that we are going to notify the contractor that we are ready to move forward with this project and express our appreciation for their patience and letting us get our financing verified. Are there any questions about that? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Then I also shared with you the 2022 preliminary audited financial statement received from the auditors this week. And I haven't had time to review it myself, but I will be looking it over to make sure that I'm satisfied with what the numbers look like. But definitely want you guys to look it over, and if you do have questions, let me know, and I can even just share the auditor's contact number with you, because they're more than happy to visit with the elected officials if you have any questions, and if I can't explain it, they will be able to do that for you.
Okay.
So I would hope that you could get back to me by February 13th if you do have questions or whatever, so that then I can reach back out to them and let them know that it's been reviewed and we're ready for the final draft, so.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, so let's go back to this Reed commitment letter.
Okay.
Do we need to approve that, or?
I think that, we have time for the 15th.
It needs to be signed and returned by the 29th.
Yeah,
Okay,
just if we don't have an answer with another option or whatever by then, I guess then you guys can.
Carolyn, I just, glancing at it, I assume we can do this, and then if we get some of the 0% loan, we can pay this off. I don't see it in that. I haven't really read it that close, but
I did have a, conversation, with Dick out at West River Electric this week. And he had indicated that to me, that, you know, Reed is more than happy to give us this loan, but definitely if we get the 0 interest Red Lake loan, that we would just use that one to pay this off and move forward with that loan.
and Red Lake has indicated that it might get as far out as April or May before we would know back from them. So having Reed confirmed, is
Right.
very useful.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, zero interest is great. I guess I'd have to put some pencil to it to see, the Reed is a 20-year loan. The Red Lake is a 10-year. So,
Mm.
So it wouldn't matter, well, of course, I'm not voting, but it wouldn't really matter if you guys approved it this evening, would it? Or do you wanna actually wait?
I just would kind of like to wait
What?
in case we get
Okay, would like to
information
wait.
in
Okay.
on,
Okay.
with the local bank, they may be able to come with a better, Interest.
Hopefully.
I know,
Okay,
you just never know.
all right.
And so I would hate to have this motion and then we'd have to retract it.
Okay, so that will be on the agenda then for the 15th. Okay, very good. Do not let us forget that. Okay,
No,
all
I will move it over there.
right. Anything else? All right, that brings us to Public Works report. Karen.
Last week, Trevor and Gary went to a basic drinking water treatment class and took exams, and they both passed. They got their
Great,
emails today, so Trevor has all 4 of his certificates and Gary has 2. And then Gary will be going to Pier on the 22nd to take a stabilization pond exam there too, so. And I told him that he probably just could go in the morning and take because I think the test is like at 8 or something, so. Then we did OSHA training or MSHA training today. It's just an annual thing we do every year. And next week, we're gonna have some OSHA training, OSHA 10. It's not really required, but it doesn't hurt. And then if you get your OSHA card, it's good for life, so.
life,
So,
Said
just some extra training.
2-night class, is that the only?
It's, the first night is 2 hours from like 5 to 7 and then 8 to 5 the following day, so.
In the morning. 8 to
Yep.
5.
What is that date again? Sorry.
What?
The February 7th and 8th.
What's the date on the 8th? Must be a week, is it still a weekday?
Yeah,
it's a Thursday.
so and other than that, we've just been trying to clean up the leftover snow and get rid of the piles, and I swept up all the salt sand last couple days, trying to get that cleaned up, so hopefully this doesn't freeze, so I have to put more out tomorrow.
That OSHA class, it starts February 7th
Yes,
and it wraps up on the 8th. Is that related to Gar Harris?
yes, that's dark.
That is,
Yep,
oh, okay, very good.
And that's gonna be here at the community center? or-
yeah, I was supposed to be in the break room, I just didn't.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's-
here at the community center.
Okay, very good.
The community room is much cozier.
Yeah, so
Okay,
and I asked him how many people, and he thought it'd be good enough for the year, so.
perfect.
Is there a cost to that, or is it?
Nope, that's free.
Well, that's good to have in the community then. Thank you for
Definitely.
helping that. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it, okay. So, Airport Steering Committee is going to meet Friday, February 9th at noon, and we will be, that's gonna be kind of our first meeting, and so we've got several things that we're gonna kind of try to get figured out and start moving forward on airport. And Rick and Stan, you're both on that committee, and you
Yes,
got that
yes.
meeting notice, okay. And then, we did meet with the Pennington County Housing regarding Prairie Village. And it was Carolyn Garrett and Deputy Cordell and Jerome Harvey was here, Kendall and myself. And we had great discussion.
I was there too.
Oh, Kelly was beside me. Yes, and then you left for mitigation,
Yes.
which, we've got to have mitigation. Okay, and then, sorry, good job, Kelly. And we made an action plan, and we'll meet again in mid-February for follow-up to see if we've made progress. And as Deputy Cordell mentioned, yeah, there's already been some results, so. Then planning and zoning meeting is 8 o'clock, February 5th on Monday, to consider a zoning request that we were presented. And also, last time I made mention that the population in Wall was 690, but I was wrong, it's 695.
Awesome.
And so here's like 10-year, 10-year spread on.
Fun having an accurate number.
Yes.
You know,
We're pass those around.
Yeah.
worried about that we're losing so many people. I saw Hill City, they lost about the same. I think that's just 'cause people aren't having 20 kids.
Well, it kind of hit about COVID.
Yeah,
If you look at those numbers and the table there.
This is fascinating.
yeah.
And so I don't know if that's related to where did our workers go then or what, I don't know. But when I spewed out that number, I went back and checked myself and that's what the statistics show.
Well, I'm not gonna say it.
Did they ever say that, not planning and zoning, the public housing, if they were gonna fix the fire alarm, the alarm?
That was a discussion item,
Yeah,
that they needed to,
they were just gonna look and then
and,
see.
yeah,
Yeah,
So that's
it's
what the-
not broken. It needs to be updated.
Yeah.
It works, but like, they want
Not,
to
it
go.
doesn't work correctly.
Well,
Works
when
really
they, when they burn their popcorn, that's what sent, you know, and stuff like that, so they wanna go to a heat instead
Yeah.
of smoke.
Are they gonna switch to that?
Not that,
well,
Not right
that's
away.
when we have our next, that was part of our action plan. They were
Okay.
supposed to look at that, figure out what was really needed. Maybe the gentleman that's in charge of that should come down to our facility and actually look at it. So if you're there again, we'll listen to their action plan and we just need to consistently, tell them our expectations, which
And the next, I'm sorry, the next meeting was,
We
Carolyn,
haven't set it up
You haven't
yet,
set it,
they
okay.
said a month, and so I have
Okay.
on my calendar next week to reach
Okay.
out and to everybody.
okay,
else.
just, I
Dates.
just wanna make sure I didn't.
Is there a way you can, the man that's in charge that lives in Rapid can hear the fire if it rings into his house?
he said it, he said.
He does?
Oh, he does? Wow.
But he never looks into what
What it
is.
I thought maybe if it was waking him up at all hours of the night.
Yeah, no, he gets notification on his phone.
But he said he didn't get the 500 or whatever.
Right, those were fire, that
Oh,
was fire
oh.
calls.
yeah, that,
He just.
Gotcha,
gets
yeah,
when
gotcha.
The
The
system
fire,
goes off.
yeah.
He gets them.
which seemed a bit odd to me that if, that he wouldn't like follow up if that's kind of like his department, but we'll talk to him about it and just see how they come back. Okay, are there any items for discussion tonight? Seeing none. The next city council meeting will be February 15th on 2024 at 6:30. And we do have a need for executive session.
I'm gonna make a motion. But Carolyn used to write the motion in here.
Yeah, I noticed that
One
too.
25
I make a motion, I gotta find it, Mary, I cannot multitask, I know it's in here someplace, I've just gotta open minutes. I looked at it, okay. Oh my goodness, we didn't go into executive session. That, council meeting, I can't believe it.
Here you go,
Okay.
here you go. Here's the minutes.
Oh, that's what I needed. Okay, I make a motion, we go into executive session to just discuss legal personnel issues according to SDCL 1-25-2.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Kelly has seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay.
Are you working on our memory skills? Is that it?
Well, I thought it was code. I thought you wrote it like that because we weren't going into executive session. And when we were, you'd have it all in there.
Thank you, Zach. Good night.
Yes,
Be
exactly.
safe out there.
say great meeting tonight, great meeting.
I actually thought of you, Rick, when I seen that,
Well, yeah, I thought, oh, I can't.
Okay, I call us out of executive session, and that moves us to item number 22 for action items needed. Do I have a motion?
I would make a motion that we give two of our public works employees, Trevor and Gary, a 50 cent an hour rate increase for passing certifications.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to give Gary and Trevor 50 cent increase because of examination or certification accomplishment. Any questions on that? All those in favor say aye.
Hi.
aye,
Motion carries. Do I have another action item?
Well, we need a consensus from the council to have the attorney contract committee get in touch with Stephanie and work on that. And or Jed, because we haven't updated the contract
Since 2017.
since 2017, and it would be a good time to revisit it.
Okay, so do I have a consensus? Kelly, yes, Jerry? Rick?
I'm not voting.
You know, this isn't a vote, Jerry.
Okay. Thank you.
Roger, God, we won't hold you to it.
Okay, Rick is a yes, Mike is a yes,
Just trying to do everything.
yes,
and
Yes.
Stan is a yes. Okay, thank you very much. Anything else that has to come before the council? Okay, hearing and seeing none, I call the meeting adjourned.
tally ho,
Thanks, Dan.
Bye, Stan.
Thanks, Stan.
yep, bye.
You.